My name is Jeremy Davis, and I work at Bacon, Tennessee as a security specialist.
And I'm Kristen, and I work for Kingsport City Schools, and I teach kindergarten and first grade.
We've been married for 6 years, and we've lived here for about 3 years.
On March 26 of 2021, the quaint town of Jonesboro, Tennessee endured strong storms of heavy rain, wind, and unprecedented hail. One neighborhood of homes, mostly constructed with vinyl siding, appeared to take the brunt of the damage.
I was actually outside mowing. That's how quickly it happened. Then it started raining and I heard thunder, so I came in. And at that time is when we started hearing the thuds hitting the roof. And that's the point where I came out here and I looked out the window and I had to literally cover my ears because it was so loud. I mean, hell is all you could see.
And when it was over, we looked out the back door and we saw hell on the back porch, but I saw like pieces of white. And I looked at him and I was like, is that our siding? And so we walked out there and looked at it. And the first words out of my mouth were, well, this would be a great time to have a brick house. We had all these pictures and I was like, well, I don't want to put them on social media just for people to feel sorry for us because that's not what I wanted. I kind of thought about it at first and then I was like, well, I didn't know hell could do this much damage, and I'm wondering like if other people had the same thing.
When images began to populate social media, our company took notice of this family's damage and a collective idea was born.
He got on the phone to General Shell and kind of explained what the whole thing was about. And I told my parents and they were like, well, is that real? Like, are you gonna get in there and then it's gonna cost a lot of money?
I was very skeptical. I'm gonna be honest, I almost didn't even call. I wasn't going to.
So when they came to our house and we were standing around in the kitchen, the CEO was explaining that you all had been doing a brick versus series and that they hadn't had a vinyl to show yet, and that this would be a perfect opportunity for them to help us and also market that series as well. When they left, my dad looked at me and said, if the CEO is here, then that's a big deal, and I think they're serious. My parents live in my great-grandma's house that was built in the 60s, and theirs is like a red brick. So that's the image I had in my head when you all said brick, was that bright red color. And I told him, I was like, I don't know how I feel about that color on our house. But then when we started looking at them, we realized that we didn't know how many colors there actually were. We got to come in and look at all the samples, and then you all had everything from a light color to that red color. But we knew that we kind of wanted to stay on the lighter end so it wasn't such a shock to go from that white color to something so dark and make it look so drastically different.
You know, to see our old destroyed house, to see it being fixed and the process each day, the progress made, it was exciting. We
weren't so sure about it at first and what it would look like, and then the more and more the brick got put up and then they were grouting, we could tell that we were gonna love it. And then when it was completely finished, we were just shocked at how different it looked, but how much better it looked. Our experience with General Shell has been extremely great. We knew exactly what was going on and when it would be happening, and when they said they were gonna do something, they did it, and they were super friendly, and we're here on time, if not early, every single day, and it just made us feel good to know that they had it under control.
And we have and will recommend General Shell.